Good afternoon and welcome to your favorite current affairs program. Every week we'll bring you discussants who analyze very crucial, very topical issues regarding Nigeria. 60 Minutes Nigeria affords you the opportunity to get in-depth analysis because you need to know what is happening within the shores of this great nation. My name is Egosa Agbonlao. It's a delight to have you. On today's edition of the program, we are focusing on insecurity and the way out. And I must assure you that some Nigerians have posited that there is need to strengthen the local vigilantes. The governors have also said there is need to have state police. No country can develop without security. And yesterday, very, very gallant soldiers were buried. Those who were killed in Delta State recently, 17. And that burial has again brought to the fore the need for the federal government, state governments to ensure adequate security of lives and property. In the studio with us today, we have a leader, His Royal Highness Alhaji Bako Dogo JP. He is also the national president of All Farmers Association of Nigeria. Now, he is here as a community leader where he will talk about how insecurity can be tackled. I also have with us a social media influencer, a clergyman, a youth leader, and a man that understands the political terrain in Edo State. Apostle Kesi Chukwu, nice to have you.
Good afternoon, viewers. Nice to be here back.
These are persons that deal with the locals. These are persons that deal with the people. And they understand the state of mind of residents, especially in Edo State and other parts of the country. But before I allow them to comment, like I told you, what transpired in Delta State recently has given cause for concern. But these 17 highly respected, gallant soldiers were buried yesterday. And President Tinubu attended the burial ceremony in Abuja. That again gives credence to the respect we have for these fallen heroes. It was needless killing. Very needless killings. But insecurity stares us in the face. We must tackle insecurity. The suspects are yet to be apprehended, but we understand that some suspects have been declared wanted. Let's just listen to the senior military personnel who made this comment about the suspects.
Our armed forces is a force for good. We are deployed across the country for a reason. And that reason is obvious to all, should be obvious to all. For the protection of our citizens and the restoration of peace where there is none. What we do in a situation where there is tension is to de-escalate it. And when it has gone out of hand, we contain it to make sure it doesn't spread. So, what has happened in Delta must never repeat itself. And it is for that reason that we have put out this banner of 8 persons, including a woman, as wanted persons. We will do whatever it takes to get these people. If we need to put a bounty on their head, we will do that. And we encourage citizens, particularly those in Delta State to assist in the investigation by flushing these persons out.
Okay, so that's what transpired yesterday. And like I told you, we are very saddened with the needless killings of our gallant officers. Our hearts are with them. We commiserate with their families. When you get to hear the breakdown, you'll be really disturbed. Those with pregnant wives, those with dependents, those with children who have become orphans, and it's very pathetic, very needless. But we'll start with His Royal Highness Bako. Insecurity has become a monster in this country. As a leader, what do you think should be done that has not been done to tackle insecurity? Though we'll narrow it down to these vigilantes and state police later on. But your opening remarks.
Well, as a matter of fact, it is true that insecurity has become a problem in Nigeria. And security is not for the military or for the police or for the law enforcement agent alone. Security is supposed to be for everyone, including one of the most paramount one, the traditional rulers that have been neglected in terms of security. Because if you watch, the traditional rulers don't even have any role to play. We are only ceremonial fathers by way. If you go to even African countries, the traditional rulers are playing a very, very vital roles. What are the roles they are playing there? You don't even need to start declaring people wanted. Just come to the traditional ruler who know what to do in a way by spiritual things. Somebody steal a vehicle in Kenya. What did they do? They report to the police. At the end of the day, they come back to the traditional ruler. Immediately, he called everybody together and said he wants this thing within 5 hours. And 5 hours, B have to follow that person. And that person came out himself and said, he is the one that did it. But if you watch now, since the creation of local government, the issue of traditional ruler, the role of traditional ruler have just been, there's no pattern, there's nowhere in the constitution that is shrine that traditional ruler have a role to play. That is why you find out that. And the traditional rulers are the closest people to the grassroots. And the only thing we do today as a traditional ruler is for us to say any governor that comes, we must play according to it, because we are not enshrined in the constitution. Otherwise, this issue of a problem of insecurity will not arise at all. I'm surprised to see that in a state where you have the people, some group of criminals will come together and eliminate our soldiers, and we are still looking for them till now. I think it is very, very embarrassing. They didn't come from air. They are within that state. They are within that local government. I think, to me, I think the government should please, as a matter of action, include traditional rulers in anything they are doing. They are not ceremonial fathers. They should be part and parcel of the government, so that the role of traditional ruler will be defined in terms of who and who is in that local government, who and who is the criminal. Because we know the criminals, we know them, but we cannot in any way voice out, because we have no role to play. Otherwise, if you are in the community, you know those that are good, you know those that are bad, you know that those that are even assigned. But because there is no role to play, there is information you get to the government today. At the end of the day, you will be the victim. That is just it. Thank you.
Thank you, His Royal Highness Bako. We'll come back to you. Your opening remarks, Apostle Kesi Chukwu, because it's very disturbing, especially the killing of our military men. If soldiers, you remember, we used to be afraid of, once you hear the name, oh, soldiers are coming, people are scared. But for 17 gallant officers to be killed, we feel so bad about it. It's the height of insecurity. You want to give your opening remarks?
Yeah, my condolences to the family of the bereaved. It's a sad thing, knowing fully well I'm part of the family of the army.
Okay.
I'm the PRO of Tiger Force and Sergeant Mess in 4 Brigade.
Okay.
It was not a good news to us, because we have some close friends who left us just like that. you know, in our village adage, he said that it is the palm tree that feather that make women to climb on top it. You see, our security agency have a lot of role to play. They should know their boundary and where is not their boundary. Because for a civilian to open a gun on a uniformed man, that means a lot of things has really get down. We are not only seeing it in Delta State. Some of them are happening in Edo State here, in some community, where you see some personnel, security personnel, be promised to join the community, to fight the other community, to get land. You know, if you can intimidate other people, will give you so and so land, and so this. So many things. So because of the poverty, because everybody is looking for opportunity to make it in life. These people are not well paid. So when they see anything good, oh, you can get 200 by 200 to come and join this fight. Before you know, they employ people to a field where they are not supposed to be. And that is what has resulted to this. Because if I don't know, I know very well that up till now, your TV station has not gone to that community for interview. They have stopped you people from going there to get any information about what really transpired in that community. Until the army allow the media, journalists, to investigate this issue proper, you will now know the truth behind it. What will make a civilian take an arm and fire a uniformed personnel. I think we should beg the federal government to allow the journalists to go for investigation, to know what really happened. Because you can't say they are going for peacekeeping and some group of people just saw you people and fired you people. And with some rumors we are hearing from the community, it have to do with these other people calling this one to come and support this side to fight. And on that very day, some people died on the ground before the shooting started.
Okay, so but the military has already opened the investigation into the matter. That is not really our purview now. I understand the point you are making. We'll allow the military to do their job, like you have said.
Like always say, this investigation is not for the military. Uniformed and security personnel don't carry out investigation. So what are the roles of the journalist? It's the journalist that will go into it and bring the good news, because no matter anything that happened there, it's going to rule in favor of the the security personnel.
Very independent body.
Yes.
To carry out investigation.
Yes, to carry out investigation.
Okay, I agree with you.
So instead of them telling people no, leave it,
yes,
we can handle that.
But Casey, the issue is, no matter what has happened, nobody has the right to attack soldiers. Soldiers are protecting the integrity of the nation. So I don't want to concede that no matter what, that they have the right to kill our soldiers. It is unacceptable.
No, but that's why
that brings to the fore that there's insecurity. How do we tackle this insecurity?
Now, I'm coming before I answer that question. That is why we should know why they have to fire security personnel. Investigation should be carried out, genuine investigation. Okay. Because nobody is happy, because these are people's fathers, people who are taking care of families that just went down like that. And the only way to give them justice is for the truth to prevail. How do we tackle insecurity? You see, as our daddy mentioned here, he said that the traditional rulers has been overlooked. If I'm a landlord, I have about 4 tenants in my house, and if I put bucket of water outside and the boil didn't run for like 2 days, if I come outside and didn't see the water, I know the tenant will go and knock at his door. I'll say, come, Now you know the day as the fresh water. My water when I put here where it will bring it out. It is the traditional leaders that knows everybody. This new state policing comes in. Because in my street also, I know the bad boys in my street. There are sometimes I'm driving home, I see them, you, by this time, they will still arrest you again. You know they hear word. Hey, you, I heard you are the one that did it. We have to go to the grassroots. All these things that you have local government, Shema, the traditional ruler, and they are just acting on audio. They are not, you see money that is supposed to be meant for traditional leaders, you can see one person will just come, hijack it, and put the traditional leader there. Please, so you put security. Our vigilante, up to today, who have also helped in bringing security to Edo State, some of them are not being paid. But if we cry out now, you will hear that they are being paid, this and this. But carry if you can go back of camera, interview these people, they will tell you nobody is paying them. But somebody is collecting security votes and is not servicing these people. So for us to know the bad people, okay, let me give you an example. A few months ago, my church, somebody came to try to open my church and all that. I called the vigilante people there. I said, somebody entered my church and did one or two things. And they said to me, we know who did it. I said, who is the person? And they pointed at the person. When they will pick the person up, when the person took, he brought it out. These are vigilante who guide my streets. They knows all the bad people. If you are asking them there's an operation, they will just tell you, no, it's not, this operation is not from this place, it's from outside. So until our government meet with traditional rulers, meet with local people in the street, we will not get security. That is why we are clamoring for state policing. Even though we know at the other hand that a government will want to hijack it. But we believe that we are capable now, we are civilized. By the time we get state policing, everybody will know. The policeman guarding that area will be from that area. The commissioner of police will be from Edo State. You know your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters are in the same state with you. You will do everything to ensure security, not this kind of embarrassment whereby you see security personnel. As time goes on, I will begin to explain certain, but this is my opening remark.
Yeah, thank you very much, Apostle Casey. You've really mentioned a lot. I know that the authorities will do the needful to allow independent investigation into the killings in the Delta State, because we are really disturbed. Like I said, we commiserate with the family, with the bereaved, but we need to know what really transpired. Because sometimes you need the truth for you to plan for the future, to avoid reoccurrence of such unfortunate and dastardly act. Well, His Royal Highness Bako, yes, moving forward, you have actually highlighted the role of traditional rulers, that they need to be given official recognition and roles backed by law. So when they are doing anything, they are not just doing it because they feel that they want to do it. They know it's the constitutional role given to them. I think that point has been well emphasized. But moving forward, insecurity has become a monster, like I've said. What do you think can be done apart from the area of traditional ruler? Do we really quickly set up this state police? Do we strengthen our vigilantes?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sometimes it baffles me when I see the way some people who we elect to represent us, who's supposed to be, their aim, objective is to do the needful. You will see a government will go and tie road. He will ask people to be clapping for him. Just as I'm talking right now, go to the station in Edo State. Go to the station even in outside Edo State.
Which station?
It's a police station.
Okay.
Army Babarat. You see every one of them, they are in the office inside AC. What are they doing in the AC? I give you an example. I traveled to Russia. I went to the station. I only found 2 persons in the station. And I asked, what are the police here? They said, no. Even the commissioner is in the field. I said, why? He said, they are in the field. He took me to a very large room. What I saw, everything happening in Moscow, they were watching it on cameras, on television, I mean. They were watching it.
A control room.
A control room. And he showed me, look at this one, 016. I said, what is that? I said, it's commissioner there right now. With walkie-talkie. But if you go to any station, you see OC look, OC surveillance. What are they OC for? What are they doing in the station? Is a crime committed in the station? Today, you go to police station, you go to army barrack, gate is locked with key. Those are the people who are supposed to be protecting you. You can't run into any security office today. Their gate is padlocked with key. So, and when they come to report a case, you find them that they are always in a marathon race. You don't do that these modern days. You do what you call investigate to arrest, not arrest to investigate. You travel out of the country. Sometimes I see our people moving out of the country, coming back, they refuse to do what is happening there. I think, let me also make you know something. It is only Nigeria today, only Nigeria, that you don't find, Nigeria, we don't have a fingerprint bank. We don't have a fingerprint bank. Only Nigeria in the whole world. The police don't want to work with DSS. DSS don't even want to work with civil defense. Civil defense don't even want to work with army because everybody looks at themselves as a superior than others. So how do you expect to fight crime? You cannot fight crime. Someone will commit the crime now in Benin. He will go to Sokoto and change his name to another name. Somebody will commit crime in Sokoto. He will come here with 5 because when you go to any place, put his fingerprint down. There is no fingerprint bank. And that is one of the problems I am seeing. The NSC who's supposed to collect, to be a guide to all the security agents, is not doing their job. How do you expect crime will not rise in Nigeria? How do you expect things will not go in the wrong way? If the government is serious, even a common man in the street on your way can fight a crime. If you traveled abroad, if you see a very mighty house, you don't even know your neighbor don't know you. Because they are concerned about, if you are making noise, call the police to come and ask you why you are making noise. But Nigeria, we do things with levity, with purity. And that is one of the problems. Until the government sits down and ask and call people for really a summit so that people like us, others can air their view. It's not even the issue of creating state police. Yes, state police is good. But if we don't take time in that state police, it will become a problem. Let me also let you know, last month, the Inspector General of Police issued a wonderful team that could have helped Edo State and other states to say inspectors, rank of inspectors, all of them should be transferred away from Edo. From rank of inspectors, all of them should be transferred away. But later, I'm surprised they changed it. Because when the police stayed more than 2 years in the place, become an armed robber. Go and find out. When security agents stay more than 2 years, because he will not know all the criminals in that area. Yeah. Now, all of them will work in hand together. If you have taken people out of this,
that they can fall into temptation.
Yes, nobody's about temptation. At the time you stay with a woman for too long in the room, something must happen. So when you are living with a criminal for too long and he bribe you, say no, bribe the other side, say no. If you refuse to the bribe, he will go and bribe your wife, and your wife will fall. And when you get to, you are in trouble. So that is why every security agent is supposed to stay in a place for more than 2 years. That was what is happening in those days. In those days, you see, you understand so many languages because you have been moving from one state to the other. And any place you go, you want to make sure you do the best so that at the end of the day, your name will be written in gold. But today, you see in the Edo State today, a police officer will be transferred out of Edo. He will go and work his transfer, come back because he is very good in investigation in the office. What are the investigation? Investigation of money. That is just it. Because you get to a certain age, you are not afraid to die. Because if I should die today, I'm going to die as a hero. I must speak the truth. I have traveled for the 5 countries in the world, and I see what is happening outside the country. Why don't you replicate that? You see our people traveling out, even the so-called big men. What are you people going to learn here that you cannot bring it back home? If you allow me, give me opportunity, I will reduce crime to the best minimum.
So what ways would you have done it?
Yes.
The authorities are watching.
Yes.
What ways would you have done it?
What we could have done. Yeah. We have a lot of, this is a clergyman by my side. Yes. Everybody have his role. We have the traditional people by their side. Everybody have their role. We have a way of looking for something that is missing. Put the traditional people into test. They have their way of saying, if we don't see this, if you remember vividly, some years ago, Oba Market got burned. When the market got burned, people came to, they were start looting. They call people, they call pastors to come and pray, nobody return. They call imams, nobody return. At the time they call the traditional people, that moment, the next day at night, you see people return. Even money, they were folding it and returning back. Because they know how powerful, they know how significant, and they know that if they do not return that thing, they will not live to see the next day. And those things were returned. Why the government don't put these people into test and said, come, we know what is happening. As it's been done in Kenya, as it's been done in Malawi, and even as it's been done in South Africa. In Africa country, I'm telling you right now, not even because if we say we are not advanced to the level of what is happening in America and the rest, but why don't we use our traditional means of looking for things that have got missing, or looking for even these killers you are seeing every day. People say they are killing. If you at the time you invoke our ancestors, you will see many people will want to retrieve back and say, this thing I will not do it again. They come and confess. But the government is neglecting them, and they are only talking about, summit today. Summit is about eating. Let us hold the summit, and something that you don't implement. No! Implement that summit, give the road to everybody. You as a traditional law, if anything happens in your community, you will be held responsible. And nobody will want to be held responsible if anything happens in this place. The government will sit down. Look at, let's say, yes, the vigilantes are trying. But now today, vigilantes in those states are no longer in the bush, they are in the town. If you are doing burial, you see them shooting gun. If you are go to the market, you see vigilantes in the market. What if vigilantes do in the market? Is it going to sell tomatoes? Or is it selling pepper? It was established to say, okay, let us use people to fight crime. We know some of them, yes, some of them are good. Oh, some of them are this. If you give a thief something to hold, that thing will not miss. But it's not for you to stay inside the town. People now, when they are doing election, you find a lot of vigilante. What are they doing in the election period? That is not the aim and objective of vigilante. The vigilante is to fight, is to help to reduce crime. It's not to eliminate crime. And because they in themselves know those who are committing crime. But today, instead of them sitting in the bush, you see them. I'm also surprised to hear that somebody will tell me, a Fulani come to my place, or helps me come to my place, we cannot go to farm again. No!
Okay, sir, we're going to come back to you, but we must take a brief break now. Immediately after this break, His Royal Highness Bako is still with us. He has a lot to actually talk about. And of course, Apostle Kesi Chuku, who is very close to our security agencies, he also has a lot to talk about. Like I said, he's a social media influencer, and you get to hear him more. We are actually dissecting the issue of insecurity, the role of vigilantes and state police. And just joining us is Comrade Osahon Obasuyi. He is the former chairman of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, those state chapter. Comrade Osahon Obasuyi, nice to have you.
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
also a leader of the youths. And this problem is a monster that must be tackled. We'll just get your opening remark because before we started, we talked about what happened in Delta State, the killing of our soldiers. They were buried yesterday. We'll just allow you to make your opening remarks because Apostle Casey also have a lot to say. So let's just quickly allow you to make your opening remarks.
Thank you so much, my brother, Mr. Osa Abonlaho. Good afternoon, viewers. Before I go on to speak on the issue on the table, first of all, let me commend the visionary of ITV and radio. Now that ITV is marking 27 years of existence. It's not easy. So many years ago, somebody conceived this idea, and today it's a major platform to educate, entertain, and inform the Nigerian public and even the international world. So we give kudos to Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Sawari Benedi on the Esama of Benin for this wonderful initiative that all of us are enjoying today.
Thank you very much.
Now to the matter on the table. Insecurity in Nigeria. We have discussed it over and over and over again. It's unfortunate that the government at the center is not, they are not firm in their decision as to how to curb insecurity in Nigeria. When you talk about the role of state police and even the vigilante, their role cannot be overemphasized. Because when you continue to leave the security situation in the hands of the government at the center, it becomes difficult when you don't have the people, you know, of the locals, you know, policing their locality. It becomes difficult. And a terrain that you do not understand, it is not possible for you to police that terrain. It is only when you understand the terrain, when, you know, the indigents of the place or the resident of a particular place, you know, decide to police their area. That is when, you know, policing the area will be very easy, and it will be made easy. Talking about somebody, you put somebody from Kaduna to come and police a place at Upper Sokmamba, a person may not be able to know, you know, the different corners in Upper Sokmamba. Or you sending somebody from Edo State to go and police Jalingo. He knows nothing about Jalingo. Then how possible would that be? Before they could understand the terrain, maybe it would take some years, and probably posting would have taken the person out to another state. So it becomes difficult. So it is important that we begin to think about bringing about state police. Thank God for the Vigilantes, just like you mentioned. When the government was setting up this network, security network, there was a lot of, you know, opera. Oh, it will be used to, you know, to fight opponents. It will be used to do this, to be used to do this. But so far, so well. So far, so well. We know that these people, they are doing well in Edo State. They are helping the security situation of Edo State. They are, in fact, they are everywhere. They man every nook and crannies, you know, of the state. You see them every time, you know, the only thing they do is they beg people for money, which is not too good. That is not why they are on the road. The reason they are on the road is to, you know, to curb insecurity. But to begin to beg people for money, that is not a good one. So we'll ask those that are in charge, you know, to look into that and ensure that, you know, they curb it. It's not something, it's not a good thing. But so far, so well, the security network is doing well, and they are doing well for Edo State, and the relative peace that we are enjoying in Edo State now has to do with the synergy between the police and the security network.
Okay. Professor Casey, you've talked about the need to actually fund the vigilantes. You've talked about that. We've seen what the Edo State government is doing, the training and retraining. We must commend Governor Obaseki for that. Recently, some vigilantes were trained by police personnel at the police training school at Ogida. Handling of firearms and all of that, because the training needs to be done. And we're happy that the training has been done, because that will actually equip the vigilantes. Now, the issue of state police, the governors have canvassed for it. But Governor Makinde says it should pass through the National Assembly so that the state police can really be recognized. So this issue of state police, what do you think should be done?
Well, we can't talk about insecurity without dealing with hunger.
Okay.
Hunger is very powerful. No matter any training the governor gives to any security personnel, when there's no food on their table, they are not well paid, they will compromise their faith. You see, when you see those vigilantes begging, I don't blame them. I think that is their last hope, because some of them, they are not even paid. They are just there doing it for the love, or some of them have joined because they know they can get one or two things on the road. So the state government should do more on putting food on their table, which is like, let them be well paid to avoid such embarrassment, then begging money on the road. That means if someone is kidnapped someone on the boots, just count on a day, hey, take 55,000, you say, Baba, they will pass. So that one is on the other hand. And if we must deal with insecurity, you see, people who sponsor insecurity are big boys. They are big boys. And that is why Daddy was saying something just now, that there are some, when you stay too long in the office, you become a criminal. And it is really true. Because a time will come something in one way or the other must push you to compromise. That is why you will see somebody kill someone today. After 3 months, you see the person walking on the streets. Why? Because someone has compromised. Our traditional rulers are in it. Clergymen, pastors are in it. I know pastors who are into full-time kidnapping business. They use it for it. Traditional leaders, rulers who are doing it is their business. You know, there's criminal. They have armed robbers who they can send to go on the highway and stop people, kidnap people, and at the end they are being paid. So if we don't sanitize the system, we will end up making more mistake and more error. Even though if we bring the state policing, you understand? Because all these things fall down to transparency. When a security agency is telling them, go to the road, you must pay 40,000 today. And you now see a policeman who would have genuinely call you and advise you for one or two things, want to take you to police station because he knows that he have a target. What about the people who check the people who check this road safety? I think forgotten the name they call them.
VIO?
No, not the VIO. Road marshal. Those one in case you beat traffic.
Okay.
So you see some of them who are coming to stand by the traffic. They are not coming there because they want people not to beat the traffic. Every day they pray, oh God, let these people beat traffic so that we can eat. How do you know? You have to see where they hide. They will pet with camera. They are just waiting for who will beat the traffic so that they can lobby and get something to eat. But do you know that if they are standing on that road, you see them alone, you'll be conscious that you should not beat this traffic. But they will hide their vehicle. You have to see accident taking place. They will hide their vehicle, immediately I have block. Before you know they have run. Maybe that one is aware that there's a camera video in there. You want to beat the healers. Before you know they have collided together. This insecurity, we are talking about corruption in the system. Until we get a man who will say no is no. You have to see what some of our policemen are doing in the bypass area. No young man drive a good car there. They must look for something to take you to the police station, whether your papers are correct, whether your papers... for example, now you see someone papers has expired today or yesterday. You have to say, your paper expired yesterday. Try and fix it. You let the person go, but it looks like an opportunity for them. They are ready to eat you dry. So until the government continue to... I don't know if it is the government or these people should be contented with their salary, or their salary is not enough, or the situation we find ourselves in this country, because everybody just want to make it. How will you see a last corporal driving a vehicle of 15 million, 20 million? Nobody is investigating them. Even our clergymen, you are driving a vehicle of 15 million. How did you make the money? Is it all free and tight you are making this money from? They should be investigated. Our traditional leaders, how did you buy this? How did you acquire this land? You see some people having 3,000 acres of land in a community. You will not know that it was among the people who formed people to go and kill the other side, to empower them so that they can rule. And nobody is investigating all these things. Pastors should be investigated. How did you make your money? How did you make your wealth? How did you get money to buy car? Traditional leader, the same thing. Security personnel, the same thing. DSS, police, soldiers, they are driving cars that me and you know that their salary for 10 years cannot buy it. How did they get it? We are seeing all this here and we are keeping quiet and we are saying security should be there, security should be there. Is that not enough reason whereby you want to siphon 10 million naira from somebody and you say you are a security man, you want to make sure you guide life and property, you want to collect 10 million and the person now fire you. You now say what would have led for someone to fire somebody? You don't know that these people, some of these our security president, they are the kidnappers we are talking about, they are the armed robbers we are talking about, they are the major sponsor. You see, you can go to station now and report some criminal. My brother, you have to run away from Benin because they will take phone and call. But how far they don't report to Namata come, when they don't want to set to reach you, see who call carry Namata come on and call. You are in trouble. We are not safe. We need a total cleansing. Me, I'm a very straightforward person. If it is possible, let the traditional spiritualists come into this matter I can't still forget what happened in area. I can't forget what happened in Oba Market, where things were looted, and the chiefs came and the place cost. Everybody started returning it. Even the one that has where you see the phone, I bet try and go give for that side. Overnight we saw bag of rice. If that would be enough, like I have said, even our politicians, they should go through that. They should go through it. Let's use the gods of our land to confront the people who are spoiling this nation, so that we can have peace for once. Because the way we are talking here now, they are just laughing at us. See these people now, no more. Because there are some big men in the office. They submit to Oga. There's nothing you will tell them. They say target they must meet. If you don't meet to that target, they will remove you and put someone else. Until those things are clean, until say just go there. If you see criminal, bring them. Forget about the money. That's how we can get a better state.
Thank you very much, Apostle Casey. His Royal Highness Baku. Now, your concluding remarks.
Well, as I said before, the government should be up and doing. When the government who shadow the responsibility of protecting the people and their property are up and doing, the billions of naira the president, the governors are collecting for security, what are they doing with it? If you give little of it to Odiowe in the village, give that Odiowe a task, or give that regional law a task, that I don't want to see any crime here, or even the chairman of a street, I don't want to see any crime committed. Empower the chairman. He will call the people in that state. I do not want to see anything, those boys who are bad. If you know you are bad, relocate from the street. And if the message is passed around, you see everybody will sit tight. I said it before. Every year, people, if you look today right now, people are getting passport, international passport every day. And that passport, you thumbprint. People go for what they call a voter's card. And that voter's card, you thumbprint. People go for NIN. That NIN, you thumbprint. Where is where are these fingerprint bank? Where do you put it? Where is the center for the fingerprint bank? The NSA is there. The soldiers, soldiers are there. The police are there. Are they working together? They are not working together. Let somebody coordinate those people to be one. Even you create a state police today, state police will only work for 6 months. After 6 months, it will collapse. You understand me? So even the vigilante,
how do you mean that state police will collapse?
Because when you create state police and the necessities are not be done, and if you create state police, you see the police, the major police force, the state police is not working hand to hand with them. You arrest criminal, you don't do the needful. But tomorrow when you arrest, because when you arrest, maybe you say prosecute, take it to them for prosecution, or from there they work together. When they not work together, you don't work for 6 months. That first creation, the zeal will be there. After that, you can see today, people are begging, vigilantes are begging. Why are they begging? I also urge the state government, Edo state government, to let the vigilante be backed up with law. It's not to give their trolling. Training is not the issue. First of all, let them be backed up with law. Let the House of Assembly and not a law banning them. There's no law banning them. Whatever the gun they carry is illegal. I'm telling you the truth. Go and find out. Because there is no law banning them. Because it is the state. All of us want to keep quiet. Oh, this one, we should not say anything. That's why, because the crime is too much. First of all, if you want to create something, let them be backed by law. If they are backed by law, and you don't give them terms and conditions, anybody in the road who beg, and you are found begging, and you are paying them well, nobody want to beg. Yeah. Because they are in the road. So ask some of them, what is a vigilante? They say no. They don't even know. They don't even know the purpose of them being in the road. They are in the road with some of them with a proper shot that have no bullet. Some of them are with a long gun that have, even for 10 years, they have not been shoot. Because when the moment they hear that, yes, the moment they hear that vigilante are needed, so went to their shrine to bring that this thing and dust it. Use the oil to rub it. They will ask them, open it. There's no bullet there. No bullets. So let us be frank. If the government is saying, yes, I want to establish this thing, you have, if this is the money voted for you, and this is the money voted for bullets. This is the money that this gun you are using, we don't want this gun. Those are Akai gun. Those are guns that's not even in existence. A day gun of like 45, I will be using it now. You should have a uniform gun for them if it is really passed into law. That is even the really, we already have a state police, whether you like it or not. The vigilante are state police. But the issue is that when it is passed into law by the National Assembly and ratified by the state House of Assembly, it becomes a state police. But for now, The vigilante is state police. Because
in disguise.
In disguise. What we have
and that's your own opinion.
Yes, it's a state police. What we have in 1964, this was what we call it, vocabulary police, we call it as at that time. They wear short knicker, and they were very active. They were very active. They were even more active than even soldier. That time, if you see them, they go on to go gather information. Today, let me also let you know something. You remember when you were growing up, you hear your mother or your father will tell you, come on, don't say anything. No. We have a SSS. They are not in town. Be careful what you say. SSS, CID. They will come to your village to come and start doing farm. All they are looking for is information. What are the SSS doing today? All they are after is to follow governors. Is it the primary aim of establishing that organization? Their aim of organization establishing it is to gather information before it happens, to prevent crime before it happens. But today, their duty is not there. Go to their gate. It's permanently locked with key. If you are running down, you want to run into a SSS office, you want to run to a police office, even police in your area, the gate is locked. You cannot run to a police office now. You cannot run back to the bush or run to anywhere. Go to army headquarters. You cannot even run there. Everywhere is locked. What is the purpose of establishing those security organizations? They are no longer security organizations. No, I do not see that security because now everybody is funding for itself. Everybody is protecting itself, and God is protecting all of us.
Thank you so much. Please, let's get the turn of Comrade Obasi. Your closing remarks. Yes. Well, there must be a way forward.
Thank you so much once again. Yes, there must be a way forward. If only our government is truthful to themselves and truthful to the people. First, like His Royal Highness mentioned, there are a lot of government agencies, that are doing the same thing, with some other government agencies. This is what Oronsaye's report seems to eliminate. Even when the president now said the report should be implemented. There are a lot of persons who are also agitating that the report should not be implemented, because that will eliminate a lot of issues of agencies doing the work of another agency, multiplication of this assignment. And then again, when we talk about state policing, like we have mentioned, if the federal government now uses, the DSS as a stooge, you saw what happened in the case of Emefiele when a court granted him bail. It now became a very serious problem between the DSS and the prisons officials. When a court, because like the court pronounced that the man is remanded to prison's custody, they would have simply allowed the prison authority take charge and then take the man away. But because of what I don't know what the interest of the DSS, they insisted that they must take Emefiele away, and they took him away. Even they didn't mind, they rough-handed the men of the Nigerian Correctional Services that were there, all in a bid that they must take Emefiele away, and they did. So
and nothing
the DSS, they are becoming unbecoming. In fact, there's no intelligence gathering anymore. That ordinarily is supposed to be their duty, but they don't do that anymore. Instead, they run after areas where they will be able to, to gather money. So the truth is,
those are allegations we cannot.
The truth is, yes, I agree with you.
Those allegations
the truth is,
it's not allegation.
The government believe that the DSS,
there are some things we cannot say on TV. I understand your point. Yes, they are doing a great job because there is no way. You are a staff of ITV. We are not staff, so we'll be able to say exactly what it is. Government
exactly your opinion.
All right, my opinion. Yes. And what it seems to be, what we see, you understand, the government should be truthful to themselves.
Yes.
And then they should reorganize the system once again so that the security architecture of both the federal government and the state government, the one they are putting in place, work in synergy. And then to a very large extent.
Thank you very much, Comrade Obasi. A quick one, Professor just a quick one.
Well, I think I will create this solution, because if you look at the scenario that played lastly when the state chairman was kidnapped in GRA in this state, the state chairman was kidnapped and was taken away. Nobody were able to see them. I'm pleading to the Commissioner of Police that a time should come where all the policemen stay on the road. Any vehicle coming, park, search them, leave paper. Paper is not our problem. Your document, open boot, search everything, go. If we can get to that level, that means Nigeria police have gotten it. This is not about show your ID card or settle and pass. This one is park. Let's see your boots.
Thank you very much, Apostle Casey. I must thank His Royal Highness Bako. You have made very, very wonderful comments. And comrades Osahan Obasuyi, a former chairman of National Youth Council of Nigeria. And I must quickly make it very clear that His Royal Highness Bako is the chairman of All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Edo State chapter, and chairman of all chairmen. So once again, thank you for being a part of today's program. Thank you so much. Apostle Casey, thank you. And the crew behind the scene, led by Lucky, they've done a wonderful job. Do have a wonderful Easter celebration ahead. And congratulations to the ITV family on the occasion of 27th anniversary. Bye-bye.